clean it up with steel wool and oven cleaner, you start to reveal some hidden secrets, like the name, and let's see, this is the first one I found after Valdemar. The name Jonah Diaz started to come out, and date on the bottom, 1628. And what I was telling you about this little bit of brass, the biggest head of a match, was the corner of one of those dials. That's all was sticking in the sand. And that's why they said in Greenwich, England, that it was in workable mint condition and was worth a considerable sum on the world market, because it never got exposed to the shifting sands. Just that little corner that made it shine. So anyway, Dr. Bob Bitts, the dentist in Port Aux Basques, he took a picture and he sent it over to Greenwich, England, because I'd done a bit of research in the encyclopedia, and I figured it was some kind of a navigation instrument. And when I read about Sixton, it said was forelaid by an astrolabe. When I read the description, it fit what I had. So I had a good suspicion it was an astrolabe. And it said in 1952 there was only 10 in the world. So I knew then it was worth a lot of money. So what I done then, I sent a picture of Greenwich, England. They came back and said yes, confirming that we were right, that it was a mariner's astrolabe and worth a lot of money. So then I contacted the RCMP in Port Aux Basques. Well, you found it, you owned it, right? Good. So then I called down in St. John's in the Department of Terrorism. It's the same department. So anyway, I called them then and told them what I found. They didn't know what I was talking about, right? They didn't show no interest in it. So I still got at it, and I got the TV crew coming from Cornerbrook in TV, I think it was, or something, CTV. Anyway, they done an interview with me, and I said during the interview that what it was, and I said it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what I want to see done with it is made the centerpiece of the museum in Port Aux Basques, for out in Port Aux Basques for tourism. So next morning they called from St. John's. Oh, Mr. Mushrow, you're an outstanding citizen. You know, the last one that was found up in Cobden, well, they sold it down in New York to Offman from New York for $5. This George Edward Lee, he was only 15 years old when he dug it up in Cobden, and he sold it to this Offman from New York for $5. So it's been in New York ever since 1987. So when I found this one, it was the only one in Canada. And Canada was trying to get that one back for years and years and years. So anyway, they called, they said, you know, we like to come out and meet you, right? So I invited them out to the house. So everything went sour from then. So anyway, I refused to give it to them, right? So they searched me out, they had search warrants and everything, undercover police with them. So they couldn't find it. I hit down the basement, hung on a nail, and he was standing under it. Standing underneath. So anyway, he tried to talk me over, right? Threatened me, you know, 1 year imprisonment for every day that you don't give it to us. You're being investigated for diving for artifacts without a permit. I said, gee, I didn't know it was an artifact. I said, I thought it was just a piece of junk with brass on it. You know, for them artifacts without reporting them to the Newfoundland government. I said, you can't get hold to the Newfoundland government. I already spent about $50 in phone bills trying to reach you. You only get assistant until you work up to a deputy minister or a minister, your phone is worth. Right? And for extortion. I said, extortion? Well, I didn't extort, but you said that you would give it to the museum in Port Aux Basques, but it's not yours, it's ours. The minute that you find it, it belongs to us. Too bad, but I'm not giving it to you. So the search house couldn't find it, and they went back in the end. So 2 weeks later, Martin's brother, Dave, he said, he arrived at my place. He said, I come as a friend of the Mushrow families, because I knew your brother Lloyd, and I knew Maxine, and I knew Pete, and all this. So he said, if you turn it over, you got my and Cabot's word He said, Kevin is the advisor for Premier Pickford. And you got our word that it'll be kept in Port Aux Basques every summer. I said, I'll take you on your word. So I called in Rick Evans, and we went down, we turned it over to the RCMP. That was the end of it. He put it down in the Newfoundland Museum down in the basement. So anyway, I wrote a little article on that. I said, you know, such an important thing, you know, put in the basement for rats to look at. Right? Anyway, everything went sour. You know, everything went bad. So, but they kept their word. Every year, the Astrolabe come to Port Aux Basques. 1983, just after I gave them the first one, the next year, I went down in the same spot, and lo and the old bad luck struck me again. I don't think anybody ever actually found two astrolabes, especially one year and one next year. I don't say there's too many people alive that actually ever found one. So, you know, to have those in Port Aux Basques is going to be a big, big thing in the years to come.
Yeah.
I said that when I found the first one, but now I know it because the second one is proven out to be very, very unique. And I'm going to do a demonstration after, and I'll explain all about it, answer any questions, and sit and get put in jail and this whole stuff. But I forget that, that's all gone past. But anyway, I done a lot of dangerous diving, and I'm still around. I never got drowned, although I never ever did get qualified to dive.